different types of rockfish and thresher sharks. So right in between Harbor and Shelter Island, America's Cup Harbor, you can go on an offshore fishing trip, half day, full day, as long as you want. They have boats, they'll serve. I know it's a little early, it's only 10:30 in the morning, but I don't think it's ever too early to start thinking about where you're going for happy hour. I'll show you one of my favorite spots out here in San Diego. This brown building with the circular green roof off to our right side. This is Valley High, built in 1955. Valley High is most famous for their Mai Tais. Now they say their Mai Tais are made with 100% alcohol, and because of that, you are not allowed to have more than 2. If you order 2 Mai Tais, they immediately cut you off. Good happy hour menu, good views of the city. It's a fun place. I recommend checking it out. Taste those Mai Tais. Let me know how you like them.
We'll get double.
I was just making me go. Let's go get one.
Let's order 2. Have they met us yet? Hold on, 1 double.
I think we're still at 2. Yeah.
So folks, where I first mentioned Valley High, that was the beginning of Shelter Island. Now like Harbor Island, it's not an actual island. It was made from the dredging of the San Diego Bay, created in the late 1940s. Great place to come visit. There's actually a boat launch area that we're passing right now to the right. Public boat launch area, you can use it completely for free. And to the left, you're going to see bonfire pits in the sand along the bay line. Highly recommend this place. Not only do you have good views of the city, but it's a lot less crowded than Fiesta Island or other bays that offer bonfire pits. And to the left of the boat launch area, still in the sand, you're going to see a lot of little boats in the sand. Those are those dinghies. This is another mooring field. So all owners live on board, and that's how they get to and from land. Alright folks, so if you want to go fishing but you don't want to go offshore on a boat for several hours, I'll show you where to go. Right over here to our right is Long Pier. This is one of 7 municipal fishing piers in the San Diego area. It's called Shelter Island Fishing Pier. And this is a favorite by many locals and tourists because you do not need a California state fishing license to fish there. That's right, you can fish there completely for free if you have your own equipment. The pier itself is open 24 hours. If you don't have your own equipment, you can rent it all right there as well. They have everything you'll need: rod, reel, bait, tackle. And that tiny little building in the middle of the pier, that is San Diego's smallest bar called the Fathom. It's the only municipal fishing pier in the San Diego area with a bar on it. This little cove that we're passing off to the right, you can see those two boats with the blue hulls at the bottom. This is Scripps Institution of Oceanography. Now, among the many things they do here, they train the undersea mammals such as bottlenose dolphins and California sea lions. And they train these animals to protect our Navy ships by learning how to detect and mark a mine or torpedo. So we're passing that tiny little gray boat. Keep your eyes on that boat. Those boats, very similar to that, are the ones training the dolphins or California sea lions. If I see any of the animals or see them training, I'll be sure to point it out. I couldn't see anything with that little boat. But over here, Scripps, this is one of my favorite boat of Scripps. It's not here all the time. It's the large one just to our right, called the white at the top. This is the Sally Ride. This boat was named after the first female astronaut. Now if you look up on the hillside behind Scripps, you see those beautiful homes up there. Those are multi-million-dollar homes. They say the starting cost for one of those homes is right around $2 million. This long concrete structure off to our right that we're passing, this is La Playa Fueling Station. It's the oldest Navy shore establishment in San Diego and was a coaling station on Point Loma back in 1901. It's been a very important fuel depot for many years, dating back to the steam-powered Navy. So if you look up on the hillside behind La Playa Fueling Station, you see all the divots in the hillside up there. That's where they used to store the coal back when our Navy was steam-powered. These days our Navy ships pull up and they are run on either diesel fuel or jet fuel. Coming up on our right or starboard side are the live bait storage receivers. This is where sport fishing boats come in on their way out to sea, load up their tanks with live bait before they go fishing. More importantly, this is where the California sea lions like to hang out. So come on over to the right side of the ship. There's a couple little ones. There's pups out here.
Tristan.
Oh, thank you.
The larger ones are the males. They get up to 1,000 pounds. Females get up to 600 pounds. And those adorable little pups, they're born about 15 pounds. And these sea lions can dive down 600 feet. When they're fishing, they can hold their breath for up to 45 minutes. There's my buddy Whiskers over here on this ball. Loves to have his photo taken. Feel free to bark at him too. He might wave at you. Off to our right, we're going to see a fence in the bay over here, the water. This fenced-in area, that's our submarine base. Home to the 3rd Pacific Fleet 688 or Los Angeles class submarines. They're approximately 360 feet in length, have a crew of 133, and they used to track enemy subs or surface ships. If you see those little white buildings and you look up on the hillside, all the way at the very top grassy area, that is Fort Rosecrans National Cemetery. Over 100,000 of our nation's finest men and women, representing all branches of the military, have been laid to rest here. To the far left of Fort Rosecrans, you can see the Old Point Loma Lighthouse and the Cabrillo National Monument. So credit for discovering the bay was given to Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo in 1542. He actually named it San Miguel after the ship he sailed here on. In 1602, an explorer named Sebastian Vizcaino arrived in San Miguel and renamed it to San Diego. So if you want to learn more about Cabrillo himself, San Diego Bay, or visit the Old Point Loma Lighthouse, you'll drive all the way up there. I believe it's $20 per car, not per person, so brought up the whole family. Great views of San Diego. They have picnic areas and hiking trails. And that landmass in the very far distance back there. No, my friends, that is not Hawaii. That is Mexico. We are 10 miles away from Mexico right here. And that large body of water directly behind us, that is the open ocean. This is the only entrance and exit into the San Diego Bay. So this is where all the Navy ships, cargo ships, sea lions, dolphins, the occasional whale, everyone comes in and out through right here. San Diego Bay is a natural bay, but it's not naturally this deep. When Cabrillo first discovered the bay, it was only 7 to 10 feet deep. It's dredged to maintain a depth of 52 feet. This is to accommodate all those aircraft carriers, many large cargo, and Navy ships that come in and out of the bay. The land that we're passing off to the right, this is the beginning of North Island, and this pier here in the water, this is Bravo Pier. Only 2 people will use this pier. It's the Coast Guard and the Navy. Their ships will dock here on their way in or on their way out to load or unload supplies or ammunition.